G'day, how you all going? So it's like 2:30 in the morning, and I've decided to do this video. Uh, how this video came about is because today I've had a really amazing day. I've been around with friends at different gatherings, and a big theme for me is about I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm ready to be seen. I'd like to share my truth. So I'm been lying in bed and I'm wired. So I felt, okay, let's do this video. So this is me introducing myself and what it is for me to be seen. I guess the easiest thing to do would be, I feel, just to share my journey in this life so far. I feel really blessed, I feel, I know that I'm a very loving, gentle being, and I've experienced a lot of things, as many of us have, and I believe that a lot of us who are here for a purpose do, it's just part of our journey, part of our earthly experience. So for me, it started early. I was brought up in a very beautiful, loving family. I love my parents, they're amazing. Siblings are cool, we all get on really well. But, typically growing up in life, things happen. People say things through their own journey, where they're at, and we take them on, we get hurt. When I was in primary school, I think around the age of about 11, so 11, 12, and then 13, my first year in high school, I went through a lot of heavy abuse, verbal, physical, a lot of name calling, and a lot of this, well, all of it really actually came from people who are my friends, best friends even, people I shared my life with, who invited into my house, and they decided one day just to start calling me names. And I had sometimes had like 60 people in a circle around me chanting my name, having to fight someone who stepped out of that circle, or just getting pushed around and hurt. And it was hard. It was pretty hardcore. I went home crying a lot, and it was difficult to deal with. And I don't remember a lot of it. I do remember certain parts of it, and I guess there's parts of it that I've tucked away somewhere, and I've done a lot of work on it, so I feel totally okay with it at this stage of my life, through my own journey and exploring the trueness of my being and the purpose of these experiences that we choose in life. It was in primary school, and then it happened in my first year at high school, so that's a change, a new place, but the same thing happened. And it didn't happen all the time, it came and went, but the beautiful thing that I saw within myself on reflection was my forgiveness of those people. I let them back into my world. I definitely had a lot of trauma from it and felt very bad within myself and a lack of self-worth and things like that. But I had an amazing forgiveness for others, and I guess I could just see, through my own beautiful nature, that they were hurting. It was them expressing something that was really, they were really struggling with, and that was their way of releasing that. On from there, heavy drinking, even more heavy drug use, violence, alcohol, parties, aggression, abuse, anger, and within all that, a lot of fun, a lot of beauty, a lot of gorgeousness happening in my life. Play, I was really into sport. Some sport I was really good at. I wasn't very good at applying myself. I was a bit of a loose cannon. I was always very extreme. I think the first time I came home in a police car I was about 6 years old or something, according to my sister. I didn't get life. I kind of called it the big competition. I was trying to express myself and I was told off for who I was. Yeah, that's just kind of how life is. So anyway, carried on. I got into snow skiing at a very young age thanks to my parents, and it was a real place to keep my spirit alive. So as I got older and an adult, because I was extreme and I pushed boundaries and I seemed to not have any fear, especially of dying or anything like that, I became quite an extreme skier and I chased that passion around the world and skied in many places, high as 5,500 meters in Bolivia. And through that, exploring that avenue of pushing boundaries, the boundaries push back. So I was caught in an avalanche. I semi-fell in a crevasse. I skied off a cliff face at high speed, fractured my skull. And these were just some of the things that happened in my journey there. But I always walked away, like I was always managed to just get up, shake myself off and go again. And I also had experiences with, I put a car at 100 mile an hour into a concrete wall. I rolled another car with no roof on it. Also, when I was in South America, in Chile, Santiago, the capital, I ended up in the middle of a drug lord's place with gangsters with guns, and they held me at gunpoint in the middle of the night, and I walked away. So why I'm sharing this is because I have a purpose. I know that I'm looked after. So that's part of why I'm doing this video as well and sharing my journey, because I want to be seen. I have a purpose and I want to serve it and I want to shine my light. And I know I have a lot of love to give and I feel very blessed. And it's an ongoing thing, I go in and out of all sorts of stuff, as we all do. And there's many of you out there who have experienced many traumatic experiences and situations, and it's crazy, but it just seems that those of us who are here to shine the light, as so ask for these kind of things. That's what I believe anyway. That's my truth, and on my journey through self-exploration and the beautiful places I've gone in the last 19 years through, all sorts of healing modalities and spaces I lived and communities and everything. And a heap of crying. An absolute heap of crying. One of my most special years, I was a sole caretaker of a 15-acre property, and it was a Buddhist centre for 8 years, and it had six or so dwellings on it, community house, gardens, views, and I lived there 9-10 months a year by myself. And the first year I did a lot of meditating, I did a lot of qigong. It's my big thing that moves through a lot of stuff, and I was doing up to 6 hours a day. as well as working, and I did a lot of crying. I did a huge amount of crying, and I feel, for that time that was most needed, and I understood a lot about myself and a lot of the pain I had, and I lived with a lot of pain in my life, and some of it was to do with dairy intolerance and my connection with animals, and being brought up in a world where dairy is very prominent, and meat and all that, and that's okay. That's just how it was, and we live in a life where people do the best they can for you, and share with you what they know. And so I'm here now, and I'm just deciding to step in front of the camera and share with you me, and just see where it goes. I feel I have a lot to offer, and I'm scared. Yeah, I'm scared of it, and which is a great thing. If I wasn't scared of it, then probably wouldn't have any real meaning. And I want to be seen, and I want to be real, and I want to be honest, and I'm going to stumble, and I'm going to trip, and I'm going to fall over. That's okay. I'm human. I'm an infinite being having a human experience, and it's all beautiful. Embrace what is. That's what I've really learned, is whatever wishes to be expressed and experienced, be with it. It's not who you are. It's just something that's there. It's a part of something that wishes to be acknowledged. And there's many ways of doing it, and I feel we're in a beautiful place now where we can move through things so quickly, and we don't have to go through all the trauma and everything around it. There was a lot of modalities that did that, and they were perfect at that time. But now it's all new, and it's fast, and it's expensive, and sure, there's going to be times when we go to that place, and but it's really about just listening to the body, connecting with your heart, observing these things, knowing that's not who you are. Your outside circumstances aren't who you are. They're just something that's happening. And we're here to support and love each other. Love's the way, man. And it's not about love and light and make everything beautiful. It's about embracing everything that is, and the all that is, and that wishes to be expressed. And if you're feeling angry, don't beat yourself up. Just allow the anger to be expressed. You don't have to go take it out on anyone else, but if you want to yell and scream, then just go somewhere where you can do that, and be okay with it, and you'll find it'll move. If you've got hurt, sadness, whatever, just explore it, and maybe just noticing it is enough for it to move on. There's so many things that I feel I'd like to share about where I'm at, what my truth is, how I'd like to be part of a community that's true and real, and we all have different truths. We all have different perceptions and expressions, and I'm going to probably repeat things in different videos, and I'm going to contradict myself from one video to the next or whatever, and that's because I'm just with what is. And that's part of the journey. We just feel into what's happening in the moment, and we take from it what resonates, and we leave behind what doesn't. And I'm excited about being here. I'm actually lying in my bed, and hope that's okay for you guys. But like I say, I'm wired. It's the middle of the night, and I just decided, okay, let's seize the moment and jump into it, because it's been knocking at my door for a while. So I look forward to seeing you more, hanging out with you. I'm Jacob. Love to hear your comments, and I'll do my best to respond. And just remember, it's all about having fun. It's a beautiful playground. It doesn't always look that way or feel that way, but there's beauty everywhere, and there's so many amazing beings out there just stepping more into their fullness and showing a new way of being. And I look forward to doing that with you. I love you. You're awesome. You're magnificent. Believe in yourself. Be kind to yourself. See you soon.